Hi, welcome back to Tiny RV Cooking. Long story short, I created this channel to show you can make great food in your tiny kitchen. All you need is laughter, happiness, and your heart and soul. I want to inspire you to make great food in your tiny kitchen. So please join me and like, subscribe, share with all your family and friends to be part of my Tiny RV Cooking family. So today, we'll be making a Valentine's dinner. Instant Pot red wine beef roast, seasoned green beans that I steam in an Instant Pot first, and easy cherry bites. If you'd like to see how I make these great recipes, stay tuned and I'll show you how. The Instant Pot red wine beef roast is made by Savory Meal. Sautéed green beans is made by Savory Nothing. The cherry bites are made by The Country Cook. I'm also going to make apple pie bites. It's the same recipe. We're just going to do some cherry and some apple. We're going to get started on our apple and our cherry bites. Because my apples that you get in a can are full size, we're going to pick a pair of scissors and we're going to cut them down to bite-sized pieces. That looks good. Move it to the side. Because I only have one muffin pan, I'm also got a lot of these egg white molds that I use for my Instant Pot. They're great to make brownies. I love making Salisbury steak in here, and also meatloaf, because I package up what we don't eat and I use it for later. It's basically 1 or 2 servings containers, perfect for us. So we're going to put oil in these. I want to use a neutral oil, so I'm using canola, because either I have canola or I have olive oil. And I have flavor oils for my salads and veggies. So we're going to make sure these are all wiped out really good. Just put a drop in each. Oops. And whatever I have too much on, I'll put in my egg white molds. We just don't want it to stick. I'm pouring what I have way too much in. And we're going to wipe the egg white molds out. We're going to take our crescent rolls. I got the giant ones, but you're supposed to use the smaller ones. Oh well. Let me just put on this. Take off what I want. Okay. And we're just going to lay it in the big part in the bottom right there. As you can see. We're just going to put the big end right at the end, and we're going to flip it in. Now this is going to be the tricky part. You're going to want to squeeze. Let's see if you can see this. I'm folding it in half. I'm taking this and I'm squeezing it so I can squeeze it in, and I'm going to press it down with my fingers. See? Just so I can make a pocket inside, because these are round. And that works great. We're going to do it again. Begin. I'm going to squeeze, I'm going to put it in and make a pocket with my fingers. These might take a little longer to cook because they are egg white molds. We're going to take a tablespoon and put 3 in one. Well, I think I'm going to only put 2 in mine. It's okay if it spills out. We're going to fold it, and you're going to fold this over and just tuck in. And we're going to do it again. Fold this over, and this goes over, tuck. It's supposed to be bursting. Squeeze that out a little more. 1, 2. Oops. Big one in. Tuck. Okay. There's our cherry. The apple. We are going to put a spoonful of apple in. A little bit more. And we're going to sprinkle it with some cinnamon sugar on top. Then we're going to fold it over just like we did with the cherries. Push it in. So I'm going to fill these all with apples first, then we're going to put our cinnamon on top. And get one good sized spoon in each one. And we're going to go back and sprinkle each one with cinnamon sugar. We're basically going to prep every one of our dishes, so when it comes time to cook it, we can put one in after the other. So next we're going to get started on our green beans. As you can see, it's basically the same thing as we did last time. So easy. Hope it turns out. I couldn't believe I bought the wrong rolls. Oh well. If not, I'll put them on a cookie sheet later and we'll finish them off. Keep putting a little one down. Big one first, little second. And there, we're ready to get these in the oven. We're going to put these aside and get started on the green beans. Now for the green beans, it is super easy for the first part. I love steaming my green beans in the Instant Pot. I can do a lot of other things, don't have to babysit it, and it comes out perfect every single time. I like my green beans a little on the bright green side, so it works great. If you want to, you can cook a little longer. It gives you a chance to clean up, to finish your roast, whatever you need to do. It is just easy. And when we're done, we're going to the liquid, dry the pot, and we will saute our rest of our stuff in here and pour it on top of our green beans. It's going to be fast and easy. Because I'm using my 3-quart, I only need a half a cup of liquid. That's it. If you're using a 6-quart, it's a cup. That's why I have two little ones, because I basically steam all my food, all my veggies. Half a cup of liquid. You're just going to put your steamer basket in, any steamer basket you use. And I've already trimmed my green beans and cut them. If you don't know, when you get fresh green beans, sometimes they have tops on them. You can't eat that. You just basically break it off or cut it off. I just break mine with my fingers, the old-fashioned way. You fill it to the top, and that's it. We're done with these. We will steam these when we're ready to cook, right when our roast is basically done. We're just getting everything out of the way. Next, we're going to get started on our roast. We're going to sear our roast first. So we're going to put our Instant Pot, turn this around for you to see, on saute, and we're just going to let this heat up. Mine, you don't have to press start, but some you do. While we're letting this heat up, we are going to, while it's heating up, we're going to put pepper and kosher salt on our roast. This is top round cut roast. If you get it and it's got a big fat cap, you want to trim that. I'm going to rub it in with my tongs. You want to get it. You want to get all of the all of it into the grooves if we can, in the grain. Okay, I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to put kosher salt and pepper on the other end. Our pot is now hot. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil to it. And we're going to let this heat up just for a little bit. Okay? We're going to add our beef and we're going to brown it on both sides. One of my favorite reasons I like using Instant Pots is because I can sear in it. I can sear our meat in it. I can saute our vegetables in it. It's one pot to clean up. It is so easy. And I don't have that many, dishes in the camper. When my camper is 22 foot long, there's only so much space you have for everything, including washing dishes. Less is more. And I expect to be like that for anybody's small kitchen. Less is more. You gotta use what you got. It's been 2 minutes. We're going to turn it. If it does not release naturally, let it cook longer till it does. It's been another 2 minutes. We're going to take this out. This is where I'm going to differ for the recipe. I'm going to add my onions and my garlic, and I'm going to saute it just for a little bit to give it a little caramelization. I think it'll add a lot of flavor to the roast. So this is one onion, one small onion. Look at all this great flavor. It's going to go right into our onions and it will transfer to the rest of our food. It's going to be so good. Now I'm going to add my garlic. This is 2 tablespoons. All my stuff is labeled, so I kept this so I know what recipe has what. So I leave the plastic wrap on until I'm ready to use it. This way you never accidentally oops. And I do prep a lot of things in advance, or if not days in advance. Okay, we're going to let this saute just a little longer. Okay, I'm going to deglaze, so I'm going to put a little bit of my wine in. I have blueberry wine I use all the time. And I'm going to put a little bit of my broth in, so we have a nice mixture. It's beef broth. Just to deglaze it. Make sure you scrape off all the little, I call it little bits. Did a lot of it when I put my onions in. I'm going to press cancel. Go around and just knock my onions down. Just make sure it's nothing. I'm just double checking. A little bit more broth. It's still really hot from sauteing. Okay. I'm going to put my roast right on top of the onions and the garlic and just press it down. There. In a wash. We're going to throw our carrots right on top. I use baby carrots, so I don't have cutting or peeling them. I'm just going to put a little handful in. We're not big cooked carrot people, but it adds great flavor, so I've got to have it. For me, it's seasoning. It calls for red potatoes, but I have Yorkshire Gold, so I'm just using these. And I'm just putting, it's a total of 5, cut in half. For our seasoning, I have 3 bay leaves, thyme, rosemary, garlic, onion powder, kosher salt, and pepper. The amounts will be in the recipe below. I have a 2-pound roast, so it's a little less than what the recipe says for. And then just throwing these in, scraping off. Want to get all the good seasoning. We're going to put in thyme. Put in 1 good sprigs in, 2 of them. There. We got, so it's pretty good. Then we're going to put 2 cups of broth in. So I'm going to shake it up, my beef broth. That's 2 cups. Actually, that's 1.5 cups, not 2 cups. Whoa, I've shook this up. Wrong one. Can't believe I did that. Oh well. So 1.5 of these. Just use any wine you like, because it's what's going to flavor this. Because I have liquid in here, I'm just going to clean this out so I make sure I get a good seal. You want all this always clean. There. That should give me a good seal. I have always checked to make sure my sealing ring is in, and remember, that's how I remember to put my sealing ring in if I forget. And I always check to make sure it is sealed down. We're going to put this down. First, cook this for 15 minutes with a 25-minute natural release. We're going to go up to 15 minutes. So let's cancel. So I didn't get the time. Fresh cook. And 15. And we're going to get started on putting our cherry and our apple bites in the oven. So they will be finished cooking. Cooled and ice. We're going to put our cherry bites in our oven. It's set at 375 degrees, so it's already preheated. And we're going to cook them for 13 to 14 minutes, just until they're golden brown. It's been 14 minutes. We're going to check to see if they're done. I'm going to cook them a little longer because I want a little more golden brown in what they are. So I'm going to go for another 2 more minutes. And my Instant Pot just came to pressure. That didn't really take long, so 15 minutes with a 25-minute natural release for that. I'll see you in 2 more minutes. With our additional 2 minutes, we're going to check it. They are perfectly golden brown. I'm going to put them on top of my cutting board I keep on my stove top. And I'm going to put our apple pie bites in. Pour it in the middle. And we'll take those out in 14 minutes. I'm going to take my rolls. I'm going to take my cherry pie bites out of my my muffin tin or cupcake tin. They're perfect on the bottom, nice and crisp, nice and golden brown. We're just going to put them right here to let them cool. I'm using a spatula to help me to dig under. Let me see if I can show you. I hit my table, and that's why you're hearing hissing from my Instant Pot. It doesn't like when I do that. But it's almost over, so I'm not worried. And our last one. Put this aside. Our apple pie bites are done. They look beautiful. They came out gorgeous. Let's see what they kind of look. And they're cooked on the bottom, so it's perfect. Inside, put this behind me, and we're going to get started on the glaze for the cherry and apple pie bites. We're going to get started making the glaze for our apple pie bites and our cherry bites. You need 1 cup of powdered sugar. I'm using half a cup, so I'm going to use it twice. It's easier to get in a bag for me. So 1. 2. A little extra because I didn't get quite enough. There. That's 2. That's 1 cup. You need about 2 tablespoons of milk. I eyeball it to get a consistency I like. So I'm just going to put a little bit in, a little bit more. That's roughly 2 tablespoons. And I'm going to stir it up because I want it kind of runny. This is a little too thick. At this point, I'm going to add vanilla to it. You can add any kind of extract you like. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Then we'll taste it. If we want more, we'll add more. And then I'm going to add a little bit more milk. And we're going to give it a good mix. Nice and vanilla, and I like how I want it where I can just do this, you know, shake it on. This is perfect consistency for me. We're going to put our apple pie bites because it's like you can just squeeze these out usually. So they should be easy to pull out. Just take your finger and push up, and they pop right out. And that's what they look like on the bottom. Hot. I was hoping to get a good glaze. So the ones I did that are the heart-shaped ones, they turn out little hearts like on the bottom. See? You can see cute little hearts. Okay, they're kind of falling over, but that's okay. There. We're going to take for the cherry ones, I'm just going to deglaze like this. Just little strings on them. That's why I wanted it kind of runny. Make it any way you like it. If that's the way, whatever you like, there is no right and wrong way how to cook. Just firing it on. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side. Now for the apple, I'm going to add a little bit of caramel, then I'm going to put a little bit of our glaze on top. So this is just caramelized, just pour caramel. Just a little bit. I hope you can see this. It looks gorgeous. I know I need to work on my placing the camera. And we're just stringing these on. And that looks beautiful. I'll plate these for my table. I'm going to use the green one for my apples. There. Put that to the side. And then we use a nice black platter for my cherries. And pretty soon we'll have our roast done. We're going to get started on our green beans. For our green beans, I'm using my Ultra 3. I'm using my Ultra 3 quart. So I'm going to go to green, to steam. It's on 0 minutes. Press start for the meat. I need to press start on my Ultra. When this is done coming to pressure, we do a quick release. It's been 25 minutes at natural release. We're going to flip the switch, press down the switch, and release the pressure. We're going to check the temperature to see if the meat's done to our liking. I'm going to move my potatoes. They look perfectly cut. I'm just going to take out the meat so I can check my temperature. Grab my great meat thermometer. Oops. In. It's way done. Okay, we're going to put this to the side. Let it cool down so all the juices will go back into it. If you cut it right now, you'll release all the juices and it'll dry your meat out and become tough. We are going to take out our vegetables and our thyme. So I'm going to take out the thyme so I can throw that out first. And the bay leaves, if I could find them. Veggies out. Any bay leaves and all that needs to come out. Okay. I'm going to put this aside. We're now done. I just released the pressure. Excuse me. I just released the pressure. We're going to take them out and I'm going to put them in this bowl. They are beautifully bright green. This is the bowl I'm going to serve in, so I just want to stick it in here. Let these hang out just for a moment. We are going to get our broth started. I put our green beans aside. We're going to empty out our liquid, dry it, and have it ready to saute in. Okay, we're going to get started on the gravy. So we're going to press saute. So I'm going to press cancel. I'm going to go to saute. We're going to do our gravy first, then we'll saute our green beans. So I don't like using water. I don't usually add water to back to my broth. Either I take the broth out of here or add extra. I'm going to add extra. I'm going to add half a cup of broth. That's a half. Some cornstarch. And we're making a slurry. Then we're going to add it back to our Instant Pot. So one. By doing this, you won't get lumps. So I got a half a cup of broth and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. If you don't have cornstarch, you can use flour. I'm going to wait till this comes to a boil, then I'm going to add this in. So it won't take long. It's come to a boil. We're going to add our slurry to it and give it a good mix. We're going to let this thicken up. While we are waiting for that to come to saute, we are going to garnish our roast and potatoes. So I have a little bit of parsley. Let me see if I can bring this to the camera. Just going to sprinkle a little bit of parsley. It's rustically chopped, so because I don't like my parsley look too even. It looks better to me. It's a little on the rustic side. Okay. A little bit of parsley. Then we're going to put some thyme leaves. Some sprigs of thyme. Just a little bit of, just around it to give us some beautiful color. And it's ready to eat. My pot is still heating up, but because I'm going to use butter, I'm not going to let it get to fully saute. So I'm going to put in a tablespoon of butter. And we're going to let that melt for a little bit. I'm going to add my onions. We're going to let this saute for a little bit. And we're going to add a little bit of we're going to add garlic. It's a 1/4 small onion. This is 2 garlics. They're translucent. I'm going to add lemon zest. Just a little bit. You don't have to add lemon zest or the lemon juice, but I think it gives a little extra. I'm just using I cut my lemon a little bit small, so we're only getting a tablespoon out. We'll mix that in. A teaspoon, I'm going to press cancel. You don't want to, there. You don't need to put too long for your Dijon mustard. We only need a teaspoon. I'm going to put a pinch of pepper in, a good size pinch. A pinch of salt, a little bit bigger pinch than that, and now we're mixing it together. Slowly bring our green beans, put our green beans in. We're going to keep adding. We're just doing a little at a time to make it easy. Got a string I'm going to pull out from one of my green beans. That's not good eats. We add our last. I'm going to press, I did cancel. I'm going to unplug it. Take it out. I'm going to put it back in my pretty bowl, and I'm going to serve in. And now finally the best part. We get to have our Valentine's Day dinner. This was very fast, very easy, and it looks delicious. And my camper smells so good. Let's dish up. Put some of our potatoes down. A little bit of our meat. I know you can't see this on camera, I'm very sorry. Hope you can see this. It's a pitfalls about doing everything on tripods. Our meat. We're going to get some of our delicious green beans that we made in the Instant Pot. We steamed it in Instant Pot. We sauteed in Instant Pot. All in one pot. It's so easy. And I love green beans that way. Or any vegetables. They always come out they come out perfect every single time. You can use anything you have. I have this cute little dish that was given to me, so this is my butter dish. I'm gonna put on my potatoes. And because it is small spaces, I use measuring cups as my gravy bowls. They work great. You can pour it, you can scoop it. Why have another? Why have something else? And here's our bread. We did have our rices on the bottom. It's keeping it warm. I have a cute little towel. I'm putting on top. A little bit of more butter. And now it's time to try our food. Let's start off with the roast beef. Mmm. 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 Really good. A little dry for me, but that's my mistake. Next time if I do this, I do 0 pressure cook with a 25-minute natural release, and it wouldn't came out perfect. That is my fault. But it's really good. Let's give a taste of our green beans. Mmm. It's perfect. They go so good together with the roast and the green beans. A little more garlic on the green beans with the sweetness of the roast, perfect. And now our potatoes. Mmm, 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 mmm. Perfectly cooked, so they're just perfect. And now we get to finally try our dessert. Who doesn't love dessert? So we got our cherry bites. I got vanilla ice cream serving with it. I don't like my ice cream on the same plate with my cherry, with any of my dessert. So I put in a little cute dish. And here is our cherry bites. They are perfect. This one's got a little Valentine's Day bottoms. They absolutely look perfect. Here are our apple bites. They look great too. Absolutely perfect. They're a little flattened on the bottom, but that's fine. It's probably going to taste even better. First, we're going to try our apple. Mmm. 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 Tastes just like an apple turnover. So good. I have a little bit of my vanilla ice cream. I put caramel right on top of it. And they taste perfect together. And now we get to try our cherry bites. Mmm. Mmm. Again, tastes like cherry turnovers. So good, so perfect, and it's dessert for 2. If you don't have a significant other, you got family, you have friends, your pets, make a special dinner with your pets. Make a small version of this. It's family and loved ones come in are all different for everybody. It doesn't matter if you have a significant other, a husband, children, pets. As long as you feel loved, then it's great to celebrate Valentine's Day. And this is simple to make. You can make it bigger, you can make it small. It's just perfect. Thank you for coming to Tiny RV Cooking. I'd like to invite you to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell for new notification on videos. I put out new videos every Monday and Wednesday. Leave a comment down below which like to see me make in my tiny kitchen. Leave a comment down below if you made any of these great recipes. My camper is only 22 foot long, but I love her. I'll see you next time on Tiny RV Cooking. Have a great Valentine's Day. Bye.